Hi, all. Good morning. Welcome back to RBC Talk. Today, 1st April 2025, so new financial year. So let's talk about few important harmonic patterns observed on a monthly time frame. So usually we do it on a weekly time frame, but these are more effective on a monthly time frame. Obviously, as we all know, weekly time frame is better than daily. Monthly is much better than weekly or a daily for a long-term investment. Okay, so the first thing in my list is Bank Nifty. Okay, if you look at this is a black swan formation, and this completed exactly on 1st March, right? If you see 1st March, and so there is a good bounce back. I don't need to tell you, you can actually look at this whole thing is itself is around 3,200 points uh, up from in the March overall, right? It started somewhere here. So this way, there are a lot of other really interesting patterns. And maybe you look at okay, so this already we lost 3,200 points, right? But there is always a possibility in harmonic patterns, this momentum will continue, right? We may see a further upside on top of this, right? So let me look at some interesting stocks. For example, now let's look at Reliance. So Reliance also actually, if you see the formation of Black Swan completed here on Feb 1st, and later we're seeing this month overall 75 rupees up, but from here we're seeing some good, in fact, actually more than 75, right? It tested 1300 and then closed at 1275. There is 100 points up from this low. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you few. None of these are any kind of a recommendation for your investment. Okay, so this is my own study and I take call based on this. I thought, okay, I will share it with you also. Okay, so there is another one, MFSL. MFSL also you can see there's a good bounce back from 946 to 1147, 200 rupees up in this formation completed here. Uh, this is the March 1st. This is only in the March we had seen 200 rupees up. Okay. DLF is a double top confirmation completed here, and then there's not much movement. We need to wait what will happen on this one now. The next in the list is Anuras. Anuras, actually the formation completed in the fib. This is an anti-shark formation, and you see there is a bounce back, and we are seeing close to around 20% return after this formation completed. Okay, there is another one, APL Limited. APL Limited also the formation completed of anti-butterfly in this month, and we're seeing a good return of around like 25%. Next in my list is Granules. Granules formation of this is actually black swan formation completed in this month, and we're seeing kind of a relatively less return. Actually, there is an up to 517, but almost like 35 rupees fall here. So overall, we see only 5%. So watch it. If it sustains and bounce back, then we can consider. If anything, it breaks down. Let's ignore this one. Okay. So the next in my list are GSFC. Black swan completed here, and we see some slight return in terms of a 5% here. Okay, the next in the list is Minato. So the formation of anti-Gartley completed on last month, right? And we're seeing this good return of around like 5% in this month. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see this. Okay, actually from here, from 68, we're seeing 81, 20 rupees up, and then the close happened at 75. Okay, next in my list is RHIM. So this formation completed in the last month on anti-butterfly, and you see this good return of around like 30% in this month itself. So keep track of this, and we should see some good upside up to 642 and 800 levels. Okay, so the next in my list is there are like two more, and one is root. This formation completed last month. Still, there is no recovery here, even though we had seen some upside here, but not able to sustain here. Okay. The next in the list is Sundaram Partners. This is exactly completed the formation here, and Add to the watch list. Let's see what happens from current 913 levels. Okay. Okay, that's all in my current list. It's not huge list because it's in a monthly time frame. But how do you trade these? Okay, so whenever we see this, whenever we identify, basically, from the trading view chart, you can actually select an XABCD pattern on the left side and then come here. You mark this because you know the pattern. You don't need to reinvent this calculations. So you just mark like this. This will be on your chart, and then you will be able to actually mark the entry level and whatever your expected targets, right? From this high to this low, right? Where D level, right? From C to D, if you draw and you go to actually, weekly time frame or a daily time frame, for example, right? When you draw like this, you clearly will be able to say this is your entry and this is your first target, this is your next target, right? And this is in one, this is a retracement level, right? So here we already clearly see in March, first, first basically this is a 0.38 to first target and the second targets are already met, right? If this is crossed and sustained, then we will see this level, right? 54,479. So let's take this as an example, whether it will sustain or whether we will see a retracement towards a 0.38 to 50,294 or not. So draw the levels of a retracement and then plan your trades according to that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Hope this will help. Yeah. Thank you very much.